Hello, this is the Chartprofit video. I'm just going to go straight to the charts today, just in light of the volatility in the market today. I'm not going to spend too much time going through the sentiment indicators, in fact no time at all going through the sentiment indicators or the pre-open. I'm just going to look at the charts, review, see what's happened. See overnight a tremendous sell-off in the emini as the EU referendum vote came in Britain to leave the EU. A big sell-off in risk assets. We saw the emini test down here below 2000. So pre-open, the level to watch is this important point of control here at 2041, and we are printing back above that, and in fact we are now printing back above the halfway point from the high. So this is a pretty resilient performance here from the emini today. Price back below 2041 of course puts it back immediately in a very weak price location, and with the volatility in the market at the moment this could easily happen. I'll show you straight away the British pound chart. Overnight printed its lowest level since the 1980s. Absolutely tremendous sell-off. We're bouncing back a bit here, up around 138 currently. This is the Russell 2000 ETF IWM. Overnight fell back but held its halfway point off last year's high. This is support. Price below this level would be extremely weak price location. Spider is bouncing back as well. It did test below the major point of control, which is 205.40. It's having a decent rally back at the moment towards the high of the day. The Dow, the Diamonds ETF, bouncing back to what is now resistance, the 2-year point of control at 176.50. Price back above that level would be a stronger price location for the diamonds. Qs have not yet broken below the major at 105.13, previous support if you remember over here. This is the oil ETF, USO. Again a gap lower but attempting to come back here. This is GLD, the gold ETF, spiked up to a new high here for this move as investors sort of seek a safe haven, but we're on the low of the day, but still a tremendous move up here. It's probably one of the most interesting charts, the FTSE 100, the UK FTSE 100. Saw a tremendous sell-off on the open, and we tested just below the 58.70 major point of control, and we're all the way back up here, down just about 2% now I think. Useful chart to monitor, this level here, 97.40, which is the major on the DAX. Again, opened much lower on a multi-month low, and we've come back. This is now resistance, 97.40. Price back above here would be real positive for the chart. T-bonds, this is TLT, the T-bond ETF. Like gold, opened on a big gap up, currently close to the low of the day, still much higher than yesterday's close. Finally, I'm showing you the dollar index chart. Has spiked much higher, back above the 2-year at 95.25, so currently printing in a stronger price location. Okay, now I'm going to conclude there, and that makes it a really brief video. They're usually much longer. Let me just explain why. Number one, you can see from the volatility in the charts that to review the sentiment indicators and the pre-open profile analysis is not really serving too much of a purpose right now. It's really the levels that I've just showed you on those charts that are the important point and where we print relative to those levels. So a brief video may well up the production of these if volatility stays this high, which it may well do going into next week. So ebook will be available on Monday, and we can review the sentiment, etc. in the book. Second reason it's so brief is in the UK here, stayed up through last night watching the live polling for the referendum. I'm incredibly tired and have to admit incredibly disappointed. But it seems here I'm in the minority. So before I get too emotional, I'm just going to say that concludes. I wish you a good weekend and thank you for watching.